Hello, everyone. Coach Patrick here from Endurance Nation, back with another weekly live update for the team and for our broader Endurance Nation community. Excited to bring this to you on Labor Day Monday, which is like an extra Sunday. I have to say, I think Monday holidays are the best, and I'll fight you on that one for sure. Nothing like waking up with just an extra day just in your back pocket is wild. Friday holidays, I think, just end up being busier as you try and think about how to capitalize on weekends. But trailing edge holidays, I feel like just give us more optionality. And for me, just a great deal more chill. So, really, just in time for me as we make this transition from summer into fall. Speaking of that transition, I want to highlight one of our athletes, Al Truscott, about to complete his 5 Olympic triathlon summer. Did the 4th one today out there on the west coast. And I think really interesting to kind of see how he's batching together his races, even though he's still not doing Ironman races anymore. He has officially retired after all the fake retirements, but he's doing a great job of putting it all together, like batching that work, fits his season, fits his lifestyle, so he can move forward. Really smart, like intuitive, naturally, like targeted decisions that actually capitalize on his strengths and take care of the monopoly he has on his time right now, which is fantastic. No other races here to report inside the team. It's been a quiet weekend, which is fine. I think people are sort of pivoting as we look forward to September. We have quite a few races on the calendar for September. I'm excited to see them roll out. I can see behind the scenes because I've got that behind the scenes data coming in from our athletes in terms of those race rehearsals and those bigger volume workouts. This is the time of year when athletes are making the transition from racing in the heat to just period racing. Still hard, just a differential in terms of what our needs are, in terms of what needs to be dealt with on the course of the day. When we think about being successful in a race, we've got race execution, our 4 keys. But when we really think about how we're going to be structuring a proper race, oftentimes in the summer, June, July, August, we're dealing with a great deal of heat, and the cost of that heat moving into the fall allows people to take advantage of the heat training that they've done, capitalize on that when they go out there for the race day. So excited for that. Of course, everyone will need to adjust their hydration accordingly, but I always tell folks, if you come off a hot period and go into a race, regardless of the temperature, you are much better prepared. So we do have high expectations, no pressure, everybody, for athletes who are racing in September, which is really excited about it. And then last but not least, as we head into this week, I want to give you a little mini preview. Those of you who are on a team have seen a little reorganization go on inside the community as we shuffle around the community. Not just the platform itself, which was formerly known as Geneva, now known as BFF, acquired by Bumble, but we've also made some changes here internally in terms of how we're going to be handling content and towards our athletes. And specifically, you've seen inside the community, I'll just come out and put it here right now, Mastering Masters, a new chapter in Endurance Nation coming out, launching this fall, where we'll be spending our time talking a little bit more about the 4 pillars of Masters Endurance and how Masters athletes can actually be successful, and not just on the race course, but also with their training and then beyond. We look a lot at what people are talking about these days and what the science says around longevity. It's about staying consistent. It's about staying active and staying social. Well, inside Endurance Nation, we've been doing that for almost 20 years now. And our athletes actually are predominantly in the 40 plus range, which means we have leading edge people like Al Truscott in the 70s, still crushing it, putting up great races, but also people who are emerging into that Masters category, whether they're guys who are just fighting every last tooth and nail to say, I'm not that old just yet, to our much more wizened and experienced female counterparts who are like, yeah, let's just figure this shit out. So excited to kind of dig in a little more deeply into what it means actually to put some of that science and the details into practice, what it means across the course of a year. Inside Endurance Nation, we have a great deal of data and experience with it, and we have the athletes who are running through those protocols. So as you'll see coming out this fall, we're going to have a cohort-based course talking about Mastering Masters and introducing those 4 pillars for athletes to follow and actually be able to implement as they go through their year. And we think about pillars simply because we work with frameworks here inside Endurance Nation. We don't want to be too prescriptive. It's easy to say, never drink wine, or never drink coffee, or never drink wine and coffee. But the minute we go super black and white, we have to flip the other way and say, oh, we got to dive in and actually spend time thinking about what we're really trying to create conditions of success for. And in our world, we understand that athletes, the smartest athletes are the best athletes. And our job is to make you smarter by giving you the space within which you can experiment and learn from the challenges you're facing as a Masters athlete. Each of us evolves on a different timeline and in a different way as we age. And being able to take the knowledge that exists out there and then dial it in accordingly to fit your particular situation, your particular season goals is going to be crucial. That lab happens here. So if you want to read about sort of the effects of training on longevity, if you want to, like learn about how, elite athletes are performing at older levels, you can go do all of that. If you want to put it into practice, it happens here inside Endurance Nation. So very excited to roll that out. We're building a cohort course now. We'll be rolling that out to our team and then also to people on the outside as well. So we can get you inside practicing what we preach and then helping you put into practice the things that you want. You don't need another watch. You don't need another app. What's up, Collier? Look at you, brother. Getting some nice comments out here. But really thinking about what it means to be successful long-term, and it means about being steady and consistent. So with that, I want to thank everyone for tuning in this week. Excited to come back next week. Sorry, everybody, not going to be there for the Monday night chat, but I will be there for drop-ins on Wednesday. I'll see you then. Until then, be safe, be smart, stay healthy, stay consistent, and I'll see you. Bye, everybody.